Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So commonly people have a lot of guests about careers and management. This phenomenon, in my point of view, happen because there is no data. So how to guarantee the right team and the right environment? We have a data. So my name is Daniel Lugondi, and my principal innovation manager at Zoop. Here on my side, Felippe Sia, community manager at Zoop, and Otávio Santana in Europe, our distinguished software engineer, cannot be here to join us in this conversation, but have a lot of contribution on this work. So when I was just a design manager, a few years ago, I had a problem to clarify issues about career development, like why this is the best person to the job, or how do I know that this person is evolving. In TDC, as you see, I spoken about the lessons learned to many designers, and now we are here to explore the same tools to build better software engineers' careers, or at least part of them. So first things first, you can manage what you don't measure. This iconical phrase from Peter Drucker. So considering a root cause analysis, the problem is much more deeply. We need more data to build great process, and from that, build a better company, especially in the HR areas. The processes are still archaic and lagging. So a goal without a plan is just a wish. In our context, today at Zoop, we are more than 3,000 people, and 7-8% are software engineers or working related positions. Considering this data, we appropriated the method built for designs to build a model for software engineers. Therefore, if we have a consistent evaluation, we can do the other steps equally well: recruit, train, and recognize. This is the way, just for fun. So the method, our application consists of 6 dimensions with 7 parameters to define the main concept areas that software engineers at the Zoop need to dominate, evolve. To measure this, we have our survey with 42 affirmatives, including the 6 dimensions to make the evaluation, considering peer review, leadership, and self-evaluation. And considering that scales don't work, and in note 4 or 5, for example, for an person can have a completely different perception to another one. This is important thing because frequently there is a mind-blowing HR area don't know to make research or use some methods to establish better process. This is the main contribution here, because beyond the data, we are printing methods. So the results.
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm here to talk about the results we have in our company, okay? But before I start show the results, I want to have a little conversation about what the exactly problem we are trying to solve with this framework, okay? Well, it's a little conversation from dev to dev. I worked as a dev a long time, okay? And now I'm a manager at Zoop. Well, and what is the point, okay? If you are a leader, okay, you probably pass through this. I'm sure you pass through this one day, okay? When someone from your team asks you, what I need to become a senior? What are my gaps, okay, right now? And if you're a leader, you know this question is a real pain, speaking from the leader side, right? Because you know you're going to spend a lot of time trying to answer this exact point, because you need to understand the weakness, the strengths of your developer. You need to understand the points where he needs to grow, right? And to create a roadmap and to create a points to study, usually you're going to spend something like 2 days until a week in a developer. And the situation can be even worse, because if you're a leader, you probably have a team with you. And today is very normal. In a squad, you have from 5 to 10 developers, right? And in this case, you have to multiply the work by 10. Because if you do this for one developer, you need to do this for the entire team, okay, to be fair with your team, right? And that's the main objective, in my opinion, of the leader. You need to provide the growth for your team. So in that case, if you have a team with 10 members, for example, you're probably going to spend in this activity something like from 1 to 2 months to conclude this for your entire team, right? So the main point is the last question: what are my gaps? When someone asks from your team, ask it from you, okay? Well, that's the problem. That's the pain we want to try to solve here, okay? The solution, Daniel told you about what we are trying to bring here and what you are trying to solve with the framework, okay? I can say it's in our company, we can answer this question with our developers in 15 minutes, the same time of a daily, okay? The same thing, time box of a daily. And how we can do this? How can we answer this question so fast here? Well, first, we need to make the compare to get the gaps, we need to have an initial database, okay? So we ask our developers to start the survey and start to create our hard skill mapping, okay? This mapping, we have the 6 clusters, as we say, and the points, okay? And the scale comes from 0, where I don't know nothing about some subject, until 4, where I can mentoring other guys from this specific subject, okay? After some answers, we start to have our internal, the map of our company here, okay? So and we divide by category, okay? From junior until specialist. So this is the map of our company. Just a point here for curiosity, okay? After 15 answers, something like 15 answers, we still have the graphic. After 30 answers, the graphic doesn't change anymore, okay? In our base, now we have more than 60 answers to create this graph, this map. And from the 30 answer until now, the graphic doesn't change anymore, okay? Well, so to answer the question about what are my gaps, now we have the base, okay, to compare. And how we do this with our developers, right? Well, the how-to here. I'm going to bring some example, and this is real examples that we are using in our company right now, okay? This question was made by a senior developer, okay? So we just need first to plot the area, the gray line of the senior average of our company, and then we plot in green line the self-assessment of this specific developer. So it becomes very clear to check, right? We see the 6 points of the 6 clusters. And in this case, it's easy to see. He have a little gap on storage point, okay? But the main point here is on software engineering, right? We can see a gap in compare of the senior average of the company. We do this with a just simple look, right? Well, that's the first step to compare. Now we find the gap. Where is the most important point we have to work with this developer? If you remember, each one of these clusters have 7 additional points, right? We break each one of the clusters in 7 additional points. The next step is make the drill down here. You understand exactly where the points we need to work in software engineering cluster in that case, okay? So that's the point, software engineer. We made the drill down about the 7 additional points. That's questions in our survey. We say that we have 42 points about this, okay? And this is one example of software engineering cluster. Here again, we can see the senior average, the gray line, and the green line is the self-assessment of this developer, okay? So again, easy to check. We can see clearly he have some problems on point 4, 5, and 6, right? So after this, again, in a few minutes, we identify the problems here, the gaps, okay? And then we have the final step to help him with the development plan. We are creating a playbook on our company, right? And what is the playbook here for us? It's the material to treat every one of the 42 points we are asking the developers, and it's a material for the leaders to get the information to help the developers. And it came from 0, okay? When you just need to find the specific point. In that example, the software engineering cluster, point number 4, okay? And you get the information. We give in this material an option for you came from 0, okay, when you don't know nothing about the subject, with some knowledge views, a 5-minute video on YouTube, only to understand what is this point, until your first steps, like your first hello world, until advanced trainings, okay? And at the end, we identify in our company some references to be a mentor in these points, and we ask the developers to search with these guys and start a mentoring in these points, okay? So that's the process. You identify, I have a single page to understand the cycle, okay? What we do here. First, you ask your developer to answer the form. He will spend something from 5 to 10 minutes to do this, okay? Then you compare with the same level of the base, as I say, for the senior level. Identify the work cluster, the first point. Then you made the drill down to identify the priority points and use the playbook to give the direction for your dev. After this, the green part, it's up to the dev, but you can help him in some steps here too, okay? So you can help him to create a roadmap of study. Then you need to do your homework, okay? That's the way. You can decide together a roadmap in this case. If I'm going to spend 3 months in these points to finish these points. So after the time, the leader and the dev can check the evolution and start the cycle again, okay? That's the continuous cycle, right? So that's the summary of how and what we can do, how can we work here, okay? I bring you one example, and we have 2 other points we are using this method too inside our company, okay? For promotion, okay? Just a point. This map is only about hard skills, okay? It's up to leader to decide about check the software skills, the other points, okay? But it's a tool for the leader to check if he have all the hard skills to be promoted or not. In this case, what we're going to do here to check if he's ready or not to be promoted, okay? We plot the actual area. In this case, he's a mid developer or just engineer, or here in Brazil we say pleno. And you plot the next level. He achieved to be a senior developer, okay? and we plot the self-assessment of this developer. Here we can see in his vision, he is ready to be promoting self-vision. But here there is one additional point, okay? What if the leader doesn't agree with the self-assessment? Okay, it's a point. In that case, the framework gives you another additional tool, the 306 assessment, okay? And you can ask your team to answer, thinking about the developer, and your leader can ask the same form, thinking about the developer. And you have two additional views in that case. You can have, this is the self-vision, okay? He's ready to be promoted. You can have the team vision, okay? How the team see this specific developer here. And for the team vision, he is ready to be promoted too, okay? And you have the leader vision, okay, about the same developer. So in that case, okay, again, it's up to the leader to decide. It's only a tool to help him, okay? And he have to decide if he is ready to be promoted or not. Only for your information, this case is a real, the guy was promoted, okay? And it's okay. He's ready to be, they believe he is ready to assume the new position, okay? Well, the last point here, it's a real case too, because until now, we are only talk about operational level, okay? Using this tool only for operational level. But you can span this for tactical and strategical levels too. And how we do this? This is an example. Again, this is the map, okay, with our seniority levels from junior until specialist. And we know we're gonna find a problem on the next year. Our main client have an internal goal to achieve 3 points on Dreyfus scale on cloud knowledge. Okay? They have this specific internal goal. And when we check only our mid and senior level, the average is 1.8. So it can be a problem for us. And even our specialist level doesn't achieve 3 points on the average here, okay? So in this case, we are thinking about a tactical action using this data too, okay? And what we are going to do here, we start a cloud training with our team. We get something like 20 developers and try to start this training with a goal. After 3 months, we hope we have 18% of these guys with the first cloud certification in Amazon Web Server, okay? So we believe with this action, we can increase the points from the senior and the mid average near of 3. And we are asking our specialists to conduce this training. So we believe after the whole training, they will be near of 4 points after the entire planning, okay? So that's that's how we use this for a tactical, or it can be strategical in some months, because we can use this for a selling argument inside our client too, okay? To increase our team and cultures inside the client, okay? Well, that's the 3 points I want to bring to you, okay? And that's the takeaways, okay? Build the best path to recognize professionals that achieve the bar already. Create development people plans in the right way, considering the skills of the professionals. Leading and taking decisions made by data-driven, the most important one, in my opinion, being the data-driven. Promote the isonomy around the company. Establish goals to raise the bar to the team, align with the goals with the company. Okay, everybody? That's the point I want to bring to you. We don't have enough time to show how we made the calcs, the math inside, but we're gonna give you our contacts to you. If everyone wants to know about the details to bring to your company too, no problem. Just let us know and we can try to help in these points too, okay? So that's it, everybody. Thanks a lot, okay?